We're back, everybody. World-renowned physicist Dr. Stephen Hawking passed away in the early hours of Wednesday at the age of 76. He lived the majority of his life battling ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known, of course, as Lou Gehrig's disease. But his crippling disease didn't stop him from making a historic impact on science. We talked with the CEO of ALS Canada, Tammy, to discuss the legacy of Dr. Hawking towards the fight against ALS.
Although my body is very limited, my mind is free to explore the universe. There are no limits to the human spirit.
That is the late Dr. Stephen Hawking speaking through a voice synthesizer. That quote perfectly depicts how Hawking lived his life. He lived it with zero limits. I spoke with ALS Canada CEO Tammy to discuss the legacy that Dr. Hawking left behind after his unfortunate passing on Wednesday.
We're very saddened to hear of the passing of Professor Hawking. As someone who's been living with ALS and such a beacon for our community, it's very sad, and we feel deeply his loss and think for his family at this time.
How important is he and his life to raising awareness for ALS? And he didn't give up. He kept fighting, and he lived with it for over 50 years.
Yeah, definitely. With Professor Hawking's prominence as well with the work that he did in physics, it definitely brought light to the fact that somebody could be living with the diagnosis of ALS and still have such significant contributions in so many other ways. But of course, as somebody that had lived with the disease for more than 50 years and had been such an anomaly because of the longevity, most people when they are diagnosed are only given a prognosis of 2 to 5 years. So for them, Stephen Hawking was definitely a sign of hope, and I know that our community will be struggling with this loss.
Not only did Professor Hawking have the lifelong battle against ALS, he was faced with the stigma surrounding his debilitating disease.
There always is, and I think it's difficult sometimes when we see somebody who is now in a chair and to recognize that they are and can be very much a fully contributing member of society in so many different ways. And to be able to look past the physical aspects of ALS and to see the person beyond is a really important part of what we look to do as well when we're raising awareness and providing that understanding, because as you can appreciate, as somebody's going through their journey with ALS, it can be very isolating. So we want to ensure that people have the appropriate support and that the disease is better understood. And so with Dr. Hawking, he definitely brought a profile to the disease and an awareness so that it does provide hope for other people.